Hey, if you're hearing this, then maybe you've been walking for a while, maybe longer than you expected. And before we go any further, I just want to say this. I'm glad you're here. Not because everything is perfect, not because you've figured it all out, but because you kept going long enough to arrive at this moment. This place, this rest stop, isn't about pretending life isn't heavy. It's about admitting that sometimes it is. You don't have to be strong every second. You don't have to have the answers. You don't even have to know what the next step looks like. Right now, all you have to do is breathe. Slow inhale. Slow exhale. Feel your shoulders drop a little. Feel your mind quiet down, even just a bit. You've been carrying things. Expectations, memories, pressure, maybe even disappointment in yourself. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you stopped long enough to recognize how much you've actually survived? Think about that. There were days you didn't think you'd get through. Moments that shook you, conversations that changed you, losses that hurt more than you expected, and yet, you're still here. That matters. You may not feel powerful right now. You may not feel confident. But resilience doesn't always feel loud. Sometimes it feels quiet. Sometimes it feels like simply not giving up. And that's strength. Maybe you've been holding on to people who don't see your worth, or chasing outcomes that keep running from you. Maybe you're exhausted from trying to prove yourself. What if, just for tonight, you didn't have to prove anything? What if your value was never in question? You were never meant to carry everything alone. Even the strongest warriors rest. Even the bravest hearts need stillness. This pause isn't weakness. It's preparation. Because clarity doesn't come in chaos. It comes in quiet moments like this. Let me tell you something important. The road ahead will not look exactly like the one behind you. You are not the same person you were a year ago, even 6 months ago, even yesterday. Every struggle carved something into you. Wisdom, boundaries, discernment, strength you didn't know you had. And maybe right now, you feel stuck. Like nothing is moving, like you're waiting for something to change. But growth isn't always visible. Sometimes it's happening underneath the surface, like roots forming before a tree rises. So if you feel unseen, if you feel tired, if you feel like quitting, pause, not to stop forever, but to reset. You don't need to solve your entire life tonight. You don't need to fix everything this week. You just need the next step. And the next step is always smaller than your fear makes it seem. Look at how far you've already come. That wasn't luck. That wasn't coincidence. That was you. Your effort. Your endurance. Your quiet courage. And I want you to hear this clearly. You are allowed to take up space. You are allowed to grow. You are allowed to outgrow people, patterns, and expectations. There is more ahead of you than behind you. More peace, more clarity, more strength. But you don't reach it by rushing. You reach it by resting when you need to, and rising when you're ready. So for now, sit here a little longer. Let your thoughts slow down. Let your heart steady itself. This is your rest stop. A place where you don't have to perform. A place where you don't have to impress. A place where you can simply be. And when you leave here, and you will, you'll leave lighter, clearer, stronger than you realize. The road is still yours. The journey is still unfolding. But tonight, you rest.